Y'all, welcome back to the Bunny Barn. I'm JaxB.TheRipper. So today we are in India and metal around the world, and I gotta say I am sorry that I took forever with this. It's just the past. I usually do all the heavy metal content like on the weekend. Those 2 weekends I just felt like crap and I was not able to like really do anything, and that's usually when I'm like doing my research on like heavy metal bands, and I just was like I just really did not care about anything those 2 weekends. So I tried doing my best on this, but so far all the times when I did research, I will say this, I found mostly thrash and death metal bands from India. Now I found also a documentary. Documentary's called Yay High Metal. I forgot what it meant, but it has the translation inside the what's it called in the documentary, and I'll leave the link below. You can find it easily on YouTube. And there's a lot in the Indian culture when it comes to heavy metal, but I don't want to get into it because I saw in the comments or like, well, that's just the New Delhi scene, and you know, I'm not gonna get into it. So anyways, I'm gonna try to do my best in explaining them all, even though I was like, you know, I was really rushing through it, so I'm sorry, but I can say so far the ones that I'm mentioning, I did like them a lot, and I know some of them are actually kind of like well known. So let's go ahead and start. With some death metal. I listened to Wired Anxiety, Alien Gods, and Calibrium. Calibrium, the lead singer, really reminds me of Nathan Explosion. Yeah, the voice in everything. If you guys agree, let me know. If you check them out, as always, links below of the bands or whatever information I could find about them. Demonic Resurrection, that one was good, but it reminded me a little bit more of melodic death metal. Where I found them on YouTube, people were just saying it was death metal, but I think they're more on the melodic side. And okay, I can't say the word. Matasia. I'm not sure if I'm saying the name right. But anyways, that one has more like a couple of songs I found. They had like a lot of like the Indian instrument influences in it, which was really cool. I love it when countries add like their you know, whatever ritual kind of music they have, and they add it into like heavy metal. I think that's so cool. If I could find a Bollywood one, that would have been nice. But I highly doubt it they're going to do that, because, you know, Bollywood kind of considered as pop, so I highly doubt they're going to do that. Reptilian Death, were like, I think that was like the one I kept finding everywhere. Like, they're more of a popular one. Is brutal tech death metal. So I know they were mentioned in the documentary as well. So definitely you might see the band members in there. Now for some black metal. This one's called Pervasia. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the names, but that one's black metal, and that one also has like some Indian instrumental cultural stuff in it as well. I really don't know what to call them. I feel like their subgenres a little bit all over the place, but it's under power metal. They're called Slain. I felt like I heard like some glam rock in it, and then some progressive. It wasn't a bad band. I remember, this is just coming from my personal opinion. Everybody's different, so and I try to keep my personal opinion. I always say I try, but I always end up failing. But it wasn't a bad band. I just felt like I didn't know what to call them. And sometimes it was just like, I don't know, a little slow and romantic, I guess. At least the couple songs I found. But it wasn't bad. So, I don't know. I feel like I need to maybe look more into them. But I know like I found like 3 songs from them, and all of them were just like kind of slow. And it's like, okay. And we all know I like things more sped up. So we're going into thrash metal now. So into thrash, where I found a band called Cryptos. Cryptos and Halakha. Okay, I am so sorry if I'm pronouncing these words wrong. Halakha. Those had to be my favorites of the ones I was listening to. Motar is another good thrash metal band. I love one of the cover album arts I found. Amorphia, Inner Sanctum, and Devoid is dude, if you like thrash metal, just check those out. I know I have one subscriber in particular who loves thrash metal. I won't be surprised if he's heard of them, because every time, I mean, I love this guy to death, and I know a couple times when I forgot to mention thrash metal, he will make sure to put it in there. So I didn't forget about you, dude. I forgot your name. I'm sorry, but I did. Don't worry, I didn't forget about adding thrash metal this time. But that's what I felt like India is mainly more surrounded by. They're more surrounded by like the death. Somewhat black. They wasn't very heavy in the black metal area, and thrash metal. So
hold up.
Okay, so I forgot to mention a thrash metal band called Broma. Real quick, the music videos I found, they kind of remind me of Metallica from the music video I Disappear, and they got more of that feeling. Also, if you hear noise in the background, sorry, it's my fan and I'm hot as hell.
Oh, I'm sorry this was really short, you guys, but I will leave links below. And there were some bands that I wrote down. I just wasn't able to find them. There's one band called Ston'd. That's like melodic death metal and metalcore. So, I mean, if you guys could find it and find a link for me to check them out, that would be great. And what was the other one? Sold Out, which is just regular heavy metal, traditional heavy metal. I was not able to find them either. And that's it for today's episode of Metal Around the World. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you all so much for supporting this series. I've been hearing from the Fat Samurai guy and Heavy Metal Entertainment. I know they've said this is their favorite series, and I'm so glad you guys liked it as well. I know Slane McGrath has always been #1 to support this series. Anyways, I got a special request from Big Dan from Heavy Metal Entertainment, which is weird because I've gotten a couple requests. I know the one after this country I'm going to do as well. But anyways, next up is Iran. And this one should be really interesting because I heard it's illegal for heavy metal to be there. So see ya and have a bonerific day.